Hello everybody, my name is Alex and welcome to Kingdom Rush Frontiers, the Switch port. Today we are going to be doing a review on it, and a big thank you to start off with because I managed to get a code for this, so thank you for the people over at the game for sorting me out. We're going to look at two key bits to this. We're first of all going to talk about the overall gameplay and my thoughts on it, and then we're going to move on to discuss how does it run, play and feel on the Nintendo Switch. So let's jump into it. So at its core, this game is a tower defense game, and I absolutely love these games, so I was really excited to play it. Basically, wave after wave of enemies try and surpass your defenses, whilst you've got to try and kill them and stop them reaching a specific location, or basically getting past your defenses. The more kills you get, the more gold you earn. The more gold you earn, the more towers you can build and upgrade, and it goes on like that, and it does keep you on your toes. It's exactly what you'd want from a tower defense game. So there's a nice selection of 4 towers which can be upgraded, and I believe it's the same categories for the 4 towers which were in the original game. So there are the Archer Towers, Mage Towers, and the Dwarven Bombard Towers. Now the Dwarven Bombard ones are definitely, in my opinion, the most important ones you'll need. You'll need to focus on upgrading them, and they're also incredibly powerful. One of the biggest things though that sort of surprised me and really drew me into this game was that the 4th tower type is actually a militia barracks, which I thought what a great concept that is, and it gives you access to trained soldiers. Basically what you want to do in this game is use your trained soldiers to back up the enemy, whilst your ranged towers, such as the other 3 we talked about, absolutely beat the hell out of them. So that really did, in my opinion, add another layer to the strategy. It is key to mention that although the Dwarven Bombard is the most powerful tower, you're gonna need the right combination of all of these towers if you're going to be victorious. Different enemies are more vulnerable to certain towers. For example, you have these like flying wasps, and you need either the sort of archer towers or the mage towers to really do damage to them, because the other ones just can't hack them. So you've really got to get your balance right so you can face pretty much any type of enemy. Now, although the tower mechanics give this game a brilliant base to build off, what gives it its sparkle, let's say, is the additional stuff in there. Things that keep the map fresh, things that just add a few more dynamics to the combat. So the first one I want to talk about is heroes. Now you can have one hero in each battle, and they all have their unique strengths. There's quite a lot to choose from, but for example, one's good at ranged attacks, the pirate's good at getting more gold, things like that. They're not game changers as such, but they are quite important, and picking the right one will help you get past tricky levels. There's also special powers to deploy too. For example, you can bring an absolute rain of terror from the sky on your enemies, and you can also deploy additional reinforcements every 10 seconds where necessary. Again, these two things, in my opinion, in addition to managing your hero throughout the battle, are ways which keep you on your toes. You've constantly got to be thinking, what should I do with the hero? Where should I deploy my reinforcements? When should I use my special ability? And those are the sort of things that keep you engaged constantly. For a tower defense game, the levels are nicely unique too, and actually quite changeable as well. So for example, at the Buccaneer's Den, you can hire your very own cannon squad to attack enemies when you need it most. This isn't something which is really happens on other levels, and every level seems to have a sort of unique quirk like that, which, although isn't major, it's just something nice to give that level its own stamp and make it unique. The maps can also change too. For example, you can just be halfway through a battle and someone is likely just to cut a course behind your defenses, and you're going to start having enemies streaming from a different angle. That makes it quite important to manage your money so that if somebody does come from an unexpected angle, you can build towers there to stop them causing chaos. There's also a fair amount of stuff to do whilst you're in between battles. You can upgrade your heroes, upgrade your abilities, so you're always going to be thinking about taking the next step in this game. Now, perhaps one of the most interesting things for people who maybe watch our channel and played lots of Civilization is just how tricky this game can actually be. I was talking to my friend about it when I first said, oh, I've got the code for this game, and his initial reaction was pretty much that a lot of the time these games are just easy and they sort of belong in the mobile phone where they originated, and honestly, this is not at all like this. This experience is actually quite challenging, which is important because you want to feel like you've achieved something every time you get a victory, and I can say that even just playing on the medium difficulty, it really does feel like that. There's a good balance between difficulty and reward, and therefore it's really fun. So overall, from everything we've talked about, it's quite clear to see that I think the gameplay in this game is properly fun. I had a great time. Honestly, I was laid in bed, I thought I'm gonna go to sleep, and I just had to play another level or two because there is some really good, engaging stuff going on in this game. So I guess because this game has been out for quite a while, some of you might be aware of it, and therefore your biggest question would be, how does it play and run on Switch? And honestly, again, I'm very pleased with it. The controls feel very satisfying. I played quite a lot of strategy on Switch, both in handheld mode and on docked, and in both of them, it felt relatively easy to navigate the menus, to play. I thought it worked quite well in that way. I'd also say on how the game runs on Switch, it works absolutely fine, no problems at all. I remember playing Civilization 6 on the Switch and sometimes you'd have a bit of lagging. None of that with this experience, both in docked and handheld mode. Well, from what I've played, absolutely fine, no problems whatsoever, so the game does feel and run great on Switch. I'd also say what makes it really cool on Switch as well is that these sort of games are a bit more of a casual experience than something like Civilization 6, which I just mentioned. So just taking it out of dock mode, going to bed with your Switch, playing this game is properly good. So that is my review for Kingdom Rush Frontier, a tower defense game by Ironhide Games. Very much a good game, available on Switch right now for £11. I'll leave some more links in the description if you want to find out more. I'd say, you know, if you like tower defense games, definitely, at the very least, have a look at this. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today. If you have enjoyed, remember to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'm Alex, and I will see you in another video soon.